So, how is it going, everyone? We are here with a pretty ominous aura that really makes you think that we're about to play a pretty scary experience. But then, hey! See? You don't have to be scared. This is just a pretty beautiful and, as people like to say, wholesome experience. Also, how is it going, Draynor? How is the game so far? The game so far is fantastic. It really is. It's the kind of shit that I like to see. It really is the kind of things that I really like. I guess, I mean, as I said before, I don't really like giving early impressions too much, but I gotta say that this has been, like, I haven't picked wrong when I picked this game. When I was browsing in Delicious Fruit which game I could play, this is definitely not a mistake. You forgot this game existed. Missed yesterday's stream because I passed out. And wait, when you say you passed out, you mean you fell asleep, or you mean that something bad happened and you lost your consciousness? Because the last one will be pretty bad. I know that passed out is usually said when you are too sleepy. Probably both. I fell asleep, and when I woke up I felt like I was dying. Damn. Hope everything's right. Did you... Well, considering this quarantine is gonna be pretty hard to go to a doctor to see what happened, but hey, take care of your health. If any, you know, any hint can help you, then definitely pay attention to it. I'm obviously not a medic, so even if you told me what happened or how you felt, I wouldn't be able to help. Got like 17 hours of sleep. Well, maybe it was just the fact that you were sleeping pretty badly, or you weren't sleeping enough and you eventually collapse. I think that can happen. I mean, you know, a lot of people underestimate sleeping, but sleeping really is incredibly important. So it's not like when you wake up after sleeping for 4 hours, it's like, oh, it's fine, I'm awake, don't worry about it now. That thing is eventually gonna take a toll on your body. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you weren't getting enough sleep and eventually it ended in that. Were you getting good sleep before? Because I will say that it will be pretty worrisome if you were sleeping well and then that happened. Because in that case it's not a sleep issue. I never slept well. Well, yeah, I guess that could explain. Again, I'm no doctor, so don't take my word as anything useful. But yeah, today was worse than usual. Well, I'm pretty sure nobody's used to sleeping 17 hours. You're a doctor? Dr. A-Not. Damn. That's a good one, I didn't think of it. Dr. A-Not. Alright. Is that how you want me to start calling you now? Dr. A-Not? Interesting. Someone called me that once when I follow them. Well, I guess seeing a capital D followed by a lowercase r, if you don't really pay attention to what you're reading, the first things that comes to your mind is doctor. But yeah, I guess it might be a little bit of an exaggeration to think of doctor the first time someone reads your name, but hey, it can happen. It can totally happen. Well, I hope you're alright though, jokes aside, because, you know, as I say, sleep is extremely important, so... Do you, like, when you sleep, all be fine, alright. But your usual problems when you sleep are the fact that there is noise where you sleep, so it's hard for you to actually sleep well, or is it another problem? Because if you say that that's a recurring problem, maybe you should look for ways to fix that. I have like many reasons I sleep really shitty. Alright. Well, I know it's probably gonna be pretty hard, but if you can try to look into those reasons, and whatever reason that you can modify yourself, like you can actually have an impact on, try to change it. Obviously there are some that you cannot change, like for example the Facos. Remember when I say that there were Facos working on the apartment above me? Well, now they are here, they moved here, and they are the noisiest motherfuckers ever, and sometimes they stay awake until 1 AM and you're like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, it's fine that you stay awake until 1 AM, but why you have to be so noisy at that time? Like, come on, bro. Well, what's the matter? But yeah, motherfuckers. Apartment LYF3. Wait, what is LYF3? Also, who is it going yummy? LYF3. Damn, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. God damn it, fucking acronyms. They're gonna follow me everywhere. A shit way to write life. Oh, you should have written a 1 instead of a Y. Why will you write a Y instead of a 1? God damn it, Yummy. You don't have the lit skills. Where is your lit? You gotta be lit. You know. Yes, living in an apartment fucking sucks. But then again, it's the only viable choice if you're not a pretty wealthy person, because houses are, you know, pretty expensive. Like, yes, even in a third world country like this one, houses are expensive. So yeah, sadly, it is what it is. Oh, this is gonna fucking suck. Oh no. Well, do I have to use the 3 of them? Because if I can only use 1... Well, if I can only use 1, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, I hope. Well, it's gonna be hard, but it's not gonna be as hard. These size physics seem horrible. They keep momentum. I don't think they are bad, you just gotta get used to them. But it's basically momentum based. But thankfully there is no hard platforming yet related to it. Most of the platforming is based on basically fighting the gimmick. But it's not like you have normal platforming with this physics, cause that will be fucked up. So don't worry about it. Yeah, if you had to do crazy needle with this physics, then yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, but thankfully no, that's not the case. Yeah, I definitely gotta say that so far this game has been beautiful. You know, sometimes you gotta stop and think. This is a game that someone made with no budget and you can play for free. Like sometimes, I mean, we are pretty used to that. I thought that was part of the background. Sometimes we are used to that and we're like, yeah, sure, whatever. But that's something that you can't forget about. Like, this is an actual game that you can legally play for free, made by someone with no budget. Like someone in their free time made this. Things like that, I never forget about them. Because this is basically, you know, this is a phrase that a lot of people find corny to say, but you know, this is truly doing something for love of art. Yes, I also don't like that expression too much, but this is quite literally what this is. Does the fact that the ice still moves you when you're not on the ground make you say that? The ice makes you move when you're not on the ground. Well, it's the momentum. I mean, it's like you keep the momentum of the jump. So trying to move the opposite direction, you know, you have to go against the momentum. Also, no, that... Oh, you mean that I'm saying that this game is free is because I don't like the ice? Is that what you're trying to say? No. I don't mind the ice. I mean, I prefer the ice 10 times before the shitty water mechanics that every fucking game has, because, you know, water level is obligatory. No, fuck your water level. I mean, this game might have a water level, and it's fine, but I mean... The thing is, come on, bro. I'm talking to Draynod, shitting on the physics. Oh. Well, I mean, I don't think it's that bad, right? It could be worse. I mean... The thing is, the reason why I don't mind this physics, even though they are, you know, a little bit, you know, quote-unquote hardcore, is because, again, the game doesn't make you do anything complicated with this physics. Like, the levels are built with this physics in mind. It's not like you're gonna have, you know, Crimson Needle, Tier Needle, with this physics right now. You're gonna have sections like this. So, I mean, Nogard, which is who made the game, knew what he was doing here. I mean, of course, you make me do a tight needle. Oh, stand by? Alright, I'm gonna stand by. Oh shit. So see, that was the ice level, and there was no complex needle throughout the whole level, because again, he understands that a mechanic like that is not made for complex needle. It's made just as a mechanic for a specific kind of level, and that's it. Ooh, spoopy. Wait. Oh, I'm supposed to go down. Wonder why this is called standby. I also wonder how I do this. Is this gonna work? No. Oh, I'm supposed to go down. Oh, that's gonna... Okay. Ouch. I couldn't run there. Fuck. Also, it's pretty interesting because there's been a... nice. Nice. There's been a huge difference between the level on the left side of the main screen and on below the main screen. This is below the main screen, and so far we had 4 different levels. And meanwhile, in the left screen we had 2. So that's kind of weird. I thought they will be the same length, but this is clearly a lot longer. Oh, I missed that. Wonder where the hitbox is for... Wait, am I supposed to go down? No. Right? No? Okay. Problem is that I triggered that trap. Maybe I'm supposed to stay still, or... Huh, I wonder about that. If I trigger that trap, is it gonna go away? Yeah, it is gonna go away. Okay, so those 2 are the ones that switch. Nice. It's a pretty colorful stage, despite having such a spoopy sound. Huh. Is this what I think it is? Oh, never mind. It was a lot easier than I thought. This might not be as easy as I think, though. I wonder about that one. Alright. Maybe I can jump over the... That's weird. Have to check it out a little bit better. Because I don't think I can jump from here to the all the way to the other side. But I wonder if I have enough room to do that jump. Doesn't look like I can. That I have, I mean, but like, how will that work? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to hit it while I'm there. So basically, while I'm in the air, I hit it and it works. So it has to be pretty tight. Maybe I should make a test without caring about the right platform and seeing what I can do with the center platform. Ouchies. At least the save is, well, almost after this. It also goes away pretty fast. Well, you can do something like that. I don't think you can go to the right. I'm pretty sure that if I walk to the right, I'm gonna die. Yeah, of course. So I guess I have to drop myself to the left, then go right. Can I do that with a single jump? Is a single jump gonna be enough? I wonder. Let's see. Damn it. No, it's pretty interesting because even being colorful, I guess it's the music, but well, I guess it's also the background, the ominous aura that this place has. It's about to get more spoopy. I wonder which part has the boss. Because I definitely thought that the eyes... Oh, maybe I can do that, but that looks hard to do. I mean, I didn't even do it on purpose, I did it by accident there. So that's gonna be a hard one to do. Maybe I'm supposed to even wait until the spike turns around so I can go down. Wait, no. I still don't know exactly where the hitbox is supposed to be. I think it's the spike itself, but sometimes it feels like it goes right through it. I know that the platform is not the hitbox, but that almost worked. I think that's what you have to do, choose a little bit better. Oh, also, apparently, I can actually, you know, yesterday I was talking about emulating Android. So apparently you can, because I remember a long time ago I used an emulator called Notes to try and emulate Android. And some games didn't work because the architecture of the kernel or some shit like that wasn't properly emulated with that emulator, and even if it made a lot of games work, it didn't make the game I wanted to work. But apparently there is an emulator that, according to its official webpage, can make that game I want to run. So I should try, but the problem is that I probably will need to use a Google account, and it's a pain in the ass. Because, you know, when it comes to security in mobile devices, they are taking it pretty seriously, right? So I don't really want to use my account on a device that is not even an actual mobile device, right? That's the issue. I mean, I can just create a Google account with a, you know, with a chunk email and that's it, but I don't know. Sometimes it's pretty surprising because up until I actually work at where I work, I thought that doing chunk emails was hard. No, it's incredibly easy, and I don't know how it's so easy. Like, what the companies that do that have to gain about it. So let me take this off because it's getting hot. But like, I know that they get ad revenue and shit on their pages, so that probably pays the bills, but it seems like a pretty useful service to just give it for free, right? Like the fact that you can just create all of the chunk accounts that you want. I mean, sure, those chunk accounts will probably not work in, you know, some time, but, you know, it's still pretty useful, especially when you don't trust the site, but they ask you to create an account. So instead of actually creating an account, you should do that. I think that's a pretty good way. Because, yeah, your mail account shouldn't be put in any place that you want, just like that. Gotta be careful where you use your mail account. I mean, your real one. Huh, I'm saying this while the music is getting creepy. Like, who the hacker's gonna get ya? But you know, online security is a pain in the ass, that's what I can tell you. So having access to chunk accounts is always pretty nice. Well, I'm just noticing that every time I jump, the tiles in the left side are changing. So eventually when I get there, the gimmick is gonna be every jump. Well, every single jump, in the sense that every first jump. because the double jump doesn't count. Interesting. Damn it. Also, Draynot, if you're still there, have you played this game before? Because you say that you forgot it existed, but maybe you played it yourself. Yami didn't play it, for example, but I have it, but seen it a while ago. I see. Yeah, apparently, I don't know if it's just the name, but I think there are some other fan games that are based on this one, interestingly enough. I'm not sure if that's the case, maybe I misread it, but like there is a tag in Delicious Fruit that is Domu game, as in, you know, something that maybe tries to emulate this, or maybe Domu means something else in that context, which might be the case too. I'm not sure. I don't think it does though, for the most part. Fuck. Damn it. The timing on that one is gonna be a pain in the ass, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to do something else and I'm repeating the same shit. I remember most Domu games being trash. You mean the games based on this one? But why will you base a game on this one? I mean, I understand the game is pretty nice and everything, but I mean, it's not like it has anything so far that you could say, oh, this belongs in Domu, right? Like, I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Like, I can understand making a game based on well, I don't know. Well, actually, that's the thing. Making a game based on a fan game is already quite a stretch, because the fan game is already based on a lot of other games. Obviously, not to mention I Wanna Be the Guy, but like it takes shit from a lot of other popular games. So saying that a fan game is based on a fan game, it's a little bit weird. But I guess I will figure out why. I don't know. I also want to know how to do this. I feel like what I'm doing is right, or maybe not. No. I think I'm doing it wrong. I think I'm actually doing this wrong. Oh, how could I be so stupid? If anyone is watching this on YouTube or something, they are probably biting their nails trying to behave me. Because, yeah, I don't know why I didn't figure that out. Oh, and then I'm supposed to jump again, okay. Sorry, my bad. I didn't figure it out. Yeah, like, it never crossed my mind to do that jump until it was a little bit too late. Don't worry about it. We're learning. I mean, after all, I haven't seen this mechanic of the flip spikes anywhere else, so... Whew. Okay. I kinda understand this, but... Okay, nice. So, this gimmick is about jumping. Oh, you can get stuck. Okay, so you can get stuck. If you fall in a circle like this, you can't get out. You're stuck. Unless... No, you're stuck no matter what. Alright. Well, that's good to know. It's a little bit weird that they will do that, but sure. Well, a little bit weird, and also... How do I do this? Because if that's the case, am I not completely trapped here? Well, I guess you can get out like that. But getting out from the right side doesn't seem like a smart idea. Oh, since I can do a double jump, yeah. Remember that the double jump doesn't turn the blocks away. It's only the first jump that you do. That's gonna be pretty useful to remember. And also remember that if you get stuck in an empty quote-unquote block, you can get out. Those are gonna be important things to remember. Oh, fuck. Alright. Oh, I missed. Damn it. That's interesting mechanic. Usually this kind of mechanics change the blocks every time you jump, whether that's the first jump or the double jump. But in this case, it seems that it's only... Fuck, I should have dropped and then jump. In this case, it's only the first one. So that adds a little bit of complexity because you kinda have to think twice. Well, I mean, you kinda had to think twice even if it's on every single jump, but here it's a little bit different. Okay, nice. Huh. Those are... Oh, this is time. Okay. So I have to do this real quick. And there is one of this that I never remember the name of this jump. The one that is right there. I don't know what the name of that is. I'm sorry. Wait, can you stop the... No. The spike doesn't want to stop no matter what you do. Hey Yami, are you gonna tell me the name of that jump with the spike from above and the one from below, and you have to jump diagonally? Because I forgot again. Or are you too lazy to answer? Yeah, you're probably that. You know, Yami the other day has confessed that a lot of times he can answer a question, but he's too much of a lazy fuck to type it in the keyboard. Though then again, I don't blame him because he's probably listening to this like a radio. So if you're listening to the radio, I mean, you don't want to pick up the keyboard. Yeah, I know that you're answering to all of those questions in your mind, but it's a diagonal. Okay. The problem is that calling it a diagonal, it's a little bit generic, right? Because doing a diagonal jump just means that you're jumping diagonally. Like, I can understand gate and corner jumps. Like, there aren't many things that can mean that, or at least not in the fun game universe. But, you know, saying diagonal. But anyways, thanks. I'm probably gonna forget about it and I'm gonna ask you again whenever another one of these pops up, but hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to remember. Fun games jumps. Oh, there is a page with that. Some people call it an angle jump. An angle jump. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. That one... Advanced jumps. And you have jumps... Wait, what is this? Jumps and advanced jumps. Hey, it says that the connection is not private. What do you mean the connection is not private? Oh, there we go. Sombrero guy jump. Sombrero jump. Dick jump. Wow. Alright. Those are... Wait, here it calls it a gate jump. Wait, isn't that wrong? Oh, those are chokes? Okay. Yeah, cause I was like, gate jump, that's not a gate. I see, I see. Damn. The shitposts are always ready, huh? Interesting. It's always interesting to be surprised with the shitpost that Draenor has prepared. And to think that there is someone maintaining that webpage and everything. That's quite a lot of dedication. Now there is a problem here. The problem is, I want to see this jump properly. So the thing is, if I do that, I'm gonna get killed. So, let me see. Maybe there is a way to jump. Oh, you can actually do this jump, so you have to be extremely fast. Sadly, if you do that, you also have to do a drop jump, because otherwise you're gonna be jumping from the square. Okay, there is a lot of things to remember here. A lot of things, so let's try to remember them one by one. See, so for example, that's a thing that I didn't remember. Seems like it's gonna be a tough one. See, I fucked up there. God damn it. Well, the problem is that this jump is also a little bit tough to do. So it's not the fact that I have to remember things, but I also have to get good for these jumps. Alright. I usually don't like it when the platforming makes you go really fast, because, you know, there's something that will probably be hard without going fast. So doing this when I'm in a hurry, it's even harder. The problem is you don't have enough time to do this. Maybe you're supposed to directly jump, but if you directly jump, you're gonna get hit by the spike. So I don't think you're supposed to do that. Probably. I mean... I fucked up again. Like, if I do this directly, right? If I do something like this directly, well, not that directly. Damn it. So, yeah, I can't do it directly. That's the issue. So, I'm assuming that it's expecting me to land on the upper platform, but if I do that, I'm gonna get hit by the spike. Or maybe not, but it has to be incredibly fast. But not only incredibly fast, but also... I also don't know how I can get up to the spike platform there. Seems a little bit... weird. Damn it. Okay. So, if I choose walk off, I'm gonna die. That's the issue. So I don't even know how will I be able to get above that platform, unless I'm not seeing something here. Let's see. Seems pretty hard. But I don't think there is any other way to do it, because as I said, if I try to do it directly, I am indeed gonna die by when the spike turns. And if I do it too close like that, I'm also gonna die. Damn it. You're telling me that the dig jump is a choke? Or are you gonna do that to me? The dig jump is a choke. Obviously doing this is not gonna be useful at all, but I still wanna practice this because I don't understand how this will work. Oh, wait a second. So that's what you have to do. That's why it looked impossible, because it was impossible. You're supposed to shoot this from here. Like that, and then go really fast. Alright. Dig shams were in a game as a real sham, same with sombrero sham. Damn. Really? That's pretty interesting. Ah, fuck. Hey Thundit, how is it going? And mostly ties. What are you doing? That's an interesting design here. Using the sham to make the shot go through. It's an interesting one. Been trying out some Toho. Damn, got another Toho player here. Were you trying Toho for the first time? It's always nice to see people trying Toho for the first time. The mini spikes on the ground. No, I meant there was a page that you know, that Draenor link that had a lot of different shams, and there was one that was called the Dig Champ. Ah, got a few hours in, nice. And which one did you try to do? Which one were you playing? I know hit all the 1.4 master mode bosses in Terraria. Damn. Congrats. I don't know what that is, but well, I'm assuming it's the hardest difficulty in Terraria, but nice. Domu is going pretty fine for the most part. As I said, this is basically what I'm looking for when I'm looking for fun games. This is the exact thing that I want to. I'm probably asking for a lot though. Is this what was linked to you? I'm assuming it is. I'm not gonna open that up, but I guess it is. Got one coin clear Toho 6 a few days ago. Gonna work on Toho 7. Nice. Yeah, Toho 6 is always a lot of fun to play. A lot of people discredit the game because it's supposedly really RNG. But then again, complaining about RNG in a Toho game is like, you know, come on. It is supposed to be RNG. That's what Toho is about. The RNG wasn't too bad. Yeah, well, on normal it's not too bad anyways. When it gets really Well, do you play on normal? That's the question, because I was about to assume that you play on normal because most new players. Yeah, okay. In normal, it's not that fucked up. It's more fucked up in other difficulties, but you know. Well, when I say other difficulties, in reality, I just mean lunatic, but even then, it's like complaining about RNG in Touhou it's no use. Because that's what Touhou is about. Touhou is bound to have a lot of RNG. That's just the way it is. Fuck. I wonder what the route is for this one. Not that one. It seems like it's gonna be a little bit hard to figure out. Or maybe not. Okay. So how did I do that? Not like that. It seems like it's gonna be a lot of memorization. Damn, I wasn't even paying attention there and I got farther than the times where I actually paid attention. I mean, of course it also depends on where the RNG is, but in this case, if we're talking about troublesome RNG, Touhou 6 has it more than, well, a lot of other games, but it's still nonsense to complain about RNG in a Touhou game. Like, it's nonsense not because it's not valid criticism. I mean, it's obviously valid. The problem is that there are a lot of people that like Touhou and dislike Touhou 6 because it has RNG. Like, come on, bro. If you like Touhou, you should know better than that. Like, if you like Touhou, it's because you've been able to digest the RNG that any other game has. Any other Touhou game has. So, like, I can understand complaining about the RNG from a non-Touhou player that is not used to that. But if you're already a Touhou player, like, come on, bro. You can't complain about fucking RNG. Some attacks feels like they wall you. Yeah, but you know, I feel like there are a lot of ways to play the game that I feel like they shouldn't necessarily count as because I know that obviously if you try to perfect a Touhou game, so basically means no mistakes, then obviously there are a lot of things that are gonna be pretty fucked up to do, but you know, I don't think that someone should judge the Touhou games for how likely you are to perfect them, right? I mean, you can, but I mean that you can judge the game as a whole. Like, you can just judge it for that specific challenge. Like, a lot of people really forget that the games are not meant to be played that way, even though you can, obviously you can, but, you know, it's not like Sun was like, oh, I'm gonna make every single pattern to be completely fair just so you can perfectly beat the game without having any issues. No, he obviously designed the game with bombs in mind, so there is a lot of patterns that Sun is like, alright, this is a pattern that you will probably have to bomb. Okay, games are a lot worse than Touhou. Well, it's a different design philosophy. I think that cave games basically follow the old arcade mindset of having to make Danmaku games be about pure memorization, right? You have to memorize it. So that's understandable. It's basically, if you wanna call it, the old school way. The old school way of making Danmaku games is by having to memorize a lot. Which in Touhou you don't really have to memorize shit if you wanna beat it. Obviously you have to memorize it if you want to do specific things, but those specific things are most likely extra challenge that you impose yourself to yourself, not things that were thought or were planned as part of the game. Whereas in Dodonpachi or other cave games, you are intended, if you want to get the true last boss, to memorize absolutely everything. A lot of the hardest things in cave games are RNG. Yeah, but I guess, again, most of the cave things that are RNG were supposed to be resource tanked, were not supposed to be made perfectly. Like, if we're talking about true last boss, final attacks or things like that, that's something that the people at Cave were basically like, alright, when the player, if a player reaches this far, he's gonna have to use all the resources he farmed throughout the whole game to get here, and just basically burn them all. So that's why it's probably bullshit, because it wasn't supposed to be perfect, that it was supposed to be bombed and bombed and bombed. Yeah, as you mentioned, Hibachi, it wasn't meant to be perfected. It was meant to use every resource that you save, because it's obligatory to save resources if you wanna meet Hibachi, and then all of those resources will be used to tank the boss in any way you can. Then they made a level double Hibachi that you have to no miss. Yeah, but you know, they obviously allow you to use bomb there. Even though a no miss is pretty cruel, but you know, you can at least mitigate the RNG somewhat by using the bombs. Yeah, exactly. Like, they made that, so you have to use that. So all in all, it's all about the design philosophy. Sun is basically a guy that just does patterns and basically tries the game himself, and he's like, alright, maybe I can do this pattern like this. I can make this pattern really hard so they will have to bomb here. So when they reach stage 3, they will have used around 3 bombs. So, sorry. Or something like that, right? Like, that's I'm assuming, the design philosophy of Sun. He's like calculating how long it will take a player bomb-wise to reach a specific area in the game. I really appreciate that one. Really appreciate it. Rude? That was rude. No, that's not what we say here. What we say here is that was toxic. That was incredibly toxic, and I feel attacked. Damn, 2 of them! Ah, motherfucker wanted to use 2 of these shits. Well, at least we're here. It was unbelievably toxic. Can't believe the behavior of this guy. Nogar has no shield. He probably doesn't have any shield, no. Well, I'm sure that when they plan those attacks, obviously they don't plan you to literally use every resource without having to do any effort on your part when it comes to dodging. I'm assuming when they do Hibachi's attack or things like that, they specifically want to make it so a lot of it is resource tank, but a lot of it is also genuine dodging, though they probably try to keep that one at minimum. Oh. That probably was a bad idea. No, it's not. Well, is it? If I do this? Do I want to be down here? I could jump to... Okay, I can actually do this like that. There we go. Nice. Oh no! Moving platform that also switches? Damn. Are you for real? And yes, he is for real. Wow. That's pretty cruel. That's pretty cruel. Oh, come on. Motherfucker. It's why it's so much harder than any other boss. I see. What got you into playing Domu? Well, basically I wanted to play a fun game that nobody else specifically recommended, in the sense that, you know, all of the fun games that I play before are based on people recommendations, right? All of them were basically someone telling me, hey, you should play this. So I wanted for the first time to actually play it find a fun game by myself. So I basically one day got into Delicious Fruit, started using a lot of filters, and out of all the games that were presented to me, this was basically the best one that I seen. This was like, okay, I have to play this one. And here we are, and I think I didn't get it wrong. I think I did a pretty good decision by picking. What filters did you use? Good question. I use difficulty from 50 to 70. Upvotes more than 7. Like more than 7 rate, I think it's called. You know, the one that goes from 0 to 10. Yeah, basically more than 7 of rating. Adventure as a tag. And I think that's it. Oh, and obviously that the download link is available. Those are the filters that I used. And it turned out pretty well. There are also other games that I was in between those and this one to play. I'm not gonna mention them because if I can actually beat this one, I'm probably gonna play those as well, and I want it to be a surprise, right? So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the filters that I use. Because that's pretty much my level. I don't think I can do much things harder than 70. This is 60, by the way, rated 60 points of difficulty. So yeah, since I probably can't do anything harder than 70, that was my limit. I heard a lot of good things about Domu. Haven't played it myself. I see. Well, it's probably... Here's the thing, this game shouldn't be a problem to any veteran. To anyone that has played a lot of fun games, I'm pretty sure that this game shouldn't be even close to being a challenge. Damn, I'm fucking godlike. I'm just kidding, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh, I see. 80, 100 is pretty tall. Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted 70 to be my top, because even if I can probably do something tougher than 70, I probably don't feel like doing it. So yeah, that's why I plan what I plan, right? So yeah, as I said, it seemed to turn out pretty good. Because this is pretty much what I look for in fun games. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm too picky, right? I understand. Maybe I'm really asking for a lot in a game that is pretty much free and that is made with no budget. I understand, but this is what I want. I want a game that has effort put into it, that is fun to play, and that it also provides a challenge while at the same time doesn't make you wanna punch something. And or maybe, you know, the part about punching, I guess we can discuss that one, because there are some games that, like Boshi, made me pretty salty in a lot of places, and I love Boshi. So, you know, getting salty is not necessarily a disqualifier. If anything, it's something that, you know, I can consider. But yeah, if you do something harder than 80, it could become the next PDH. Probably. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything harder than 80 anytime soon. If that happens, it's probably gonna be a long time from now. Because yeah, that's gonna be a big pain in the ass to do. But yeah, I guess something that I really... I know that both of these things are really hard to achieve, right? But something that I value a lot in fun games is that they are made with effort. Which, yes, I know it's a lot to ask. Like, I understand, but that's something that I ask for. And also that it feels good to play. And I know that most of the fun games share the same physics, but when I feel good to play, I mean that it doesn't feel like a pain in the ass to beat. Like, for example, when I started the stream today, I was like, yes, I want to keep playing this, right? Like, I'm motivated to stream. I want it to be something like that and not something like, damn, I gotta stream this shit or something like that, right? Don't want it to be a pain in the ass. Because if it's pain in the ass, I mean, you know, I could be doing something productive if I want to do something that is a pain in the ass. So yeah. That's pretty much the two things that I value a lot in fun games. I know, I'm pretty picky. Those are not simple things. You can't just be like, oh, just pick a game that has effort on it. Yeah, like I understand that that's not something easy to have. But yeah, those are basically the things I look for. Sadly, the only way to... It's not like you can just put a tag that is like, you know, has effort put into it and is good to play. Like, those aren't tags that you can use in Delicious Fit. So you have to play with the other filters and you have to do it yourself, right? I like how so many things I do could be considered a pain in the ass. Yeah, probably. Like, I probably wouldn't play even half of the things you play, Thunder. That's for sure. I understand that. But I think that's obviously why it's so important to have diversity of options, right? So I definitely wouldn't play something that is probably rated 90 in difficulty. Most likely not. But, you know, it's perfect for you. So that's good because it means that there's something for everyone. Tag good games. Yeah, it will be pretty nice. Sadly, it wouldn't work. But yeah. It's pretty important. If it has those two things, I'm most likely gonna wanna play it. Fuck. Another problem with a lot of high difficulty fans is that they aren't as high quality sometimes, since the higher quality ones are made for a bigger audience and aren't as hard. Although there are definitely some. Yeah, I can understand. I definitely can understand that. Hey Rabbi, how is it going? Discord is being a stoner to you. It's not behaving weirdly to me. Well, not like I checked in the last hour, but I'm pretty sure it didn't work bad today. K3 is pretty high quality, don't recommend it for now though. Yeah, I mean, Camellia Tree is like the... You know, if any of you played Osu, Camellia Tree is like the big black of the fan games. The big black, in case someone is curious, is a map in Osu. It's a song in reality. The big black, which, you know, has a map that is pretty popular because it was pretty unique at its time, right? But the thing is, it's a map that is only playable by people that are insanely good at the game. But however, it has attracted a lot of newbies to be like, oh, have you played the big black? Even though it's clear that you have no chance of even being close. Well, not only beating it, you're not even close to do anything to it. Infestation. Damn, this stage is a lot longer than I expected. Every message I send one read, so I restart Discord, but now Discord is in the connection screen. Well, keep restarting it then. It's one of the most well-made fan games, though it's funny how people call it the hardest game ever. Like a lot of Camellia Tree, but I don't necessarily like everything in the game. There are definitely bad parts in Camellia Tree. Cyber is your favorite boss. Camellia Tree is trash for the most part. Yeah. As you can see, Draenor is not a pretty big fan of Camellia. And honestly, neither I am. Because I really feel like... I mean, I haven't played the game, but for what everyone says, I can tell that it's something that I don't want to play. Oh, okay. I'm not high enough, fuck. The first 10%, if I were to recommend, I will still play it. I will say I play it till after boss 3, I see. Yeah, I don't know. But all I know is that for now, you know how... Oh, okay. Alright. So that's how that's gonna be. Wait, so I have to shoot down that eye or what? Oh, okay, he moves around. So I have to time it. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I probably have to time it. Ah, you son of a bitch. Depends on how you like avoidance. I will have to check it out, but yeah, I don't want to check it out. You know, it's like, remember when your mother, when you were a kid, told you don't talk to strangers. That's pretty much my case with Camellia Tree here. Like basically, don't play Camellia Tree is like my equivalent of don't talk with strangers. So like, I don't really know too much about Camellia Tree. In fact, I know pretty much nothing about Camellia Tree. But all I know is that I have to stay away from it. So yeah, it's basically like the classic stay away from strangers. So when you're a kid, you don't know why your mom is telling you to stay away from strangers. Like, what's wrong with strangers, right? But then you understand why when you roll. So here, I don't quite understand. Well, I do understand, but I mean, I'm a little bit oblivious to Camellia Tree, so I don't know much about it, but I'm basically listening to my mom now, which is don't play Camellia Tree. And I think my mom is being pretty wise by telling me not to play Camellia Tree, so I better obey. Are kind of like trying to perfect Touhou bosses while the platforming is pretty precise and hard. The bosses are generally harder though. Find some of the secrets in Camellia 3 really stupid. Camellia 2 is probably a better game to play either way. It's only 80 difficulty. Yeah, only 80 difficulty. But you know, the thing is, I probably would like to stay away from Camellia. I mean, I will save forever, but that will not be possible. I know that at some point in my life I'm gonna have to play Camellia. I mean, out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, I will probably have to play it. But, you know, at the same time, I understand that it's probably not gonna be a good idea. Speaking of good ideas, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, the point is, when your mom says to not play Camellia, you probably should listen to her. In this case, my mom is chat. And my regular chat has warned me a lot of times about Camellia. So yeah. Oh, I was... Wait, what? So I am supposed to use the blue flower? Are you for real? You actually want me to erase this one instead? Okay. Feels a little bit weird though, but... Sure. So you basically want me to lower... To do something like this, so I tackle that from below, or some shit like that. Uh-oh, the apples are coming. Okay. Oh, they come from the other side now. Oh! Fuck you. Wow, you want me to do that jump at the end? What a sadistic fuck. It's a Camellia 1 is a broken game with little to no production value. Yeah, well, they call it production value, but yeah, I definitely appreciate production value. Though in my case, instead of calling it production value, I prefer to call it effort. I know that maybe a game without production value still can have effort, but you know, I will say that every game with production value probably had effort put into it. more than likely. That wasn't... Oh, I think what I have to do is basically just lower them as low as I can. Like, basically no playing around here. Just lower them to the very end. Obviously, if you don't let it go, you're gonna get hit by the spikes, but that shouldn't be a problem, I guess. There are many better alternatives to playing Camellia 2 or 3 if you care about the platforming. Some of the bosses are fun though. It depends on if you like the bosses or platforming more, though I will say there's better bosses than the ones in Camellia 2 or 3. I mean, I like both. I like both platforming and bosses, though I will have to say that I specifically like platforming when it's not so tight, right? Because a lot of games have platforming that is in a pretty close space, and it's a little bit hard for me to enjoy. You know, what is most usually called needle. That's what I don't like. So for example, this right here, this screen is basically what I will call platforming that I like, because it's like, it's not claustrophobic. You can see an open space, there is a lot of place to move around, and it kind of reminds you of an old school platforming game, right? That's what I like. That's the kind of platforming I like from I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. If it's about things that are pretty cramped and you can barely move, I don't like that. So yeah, I don't mind platforming as long as it's more like this. Corner jumps. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could even tolerate hard platforming as long as, you know, the stage is in looks pretty. But you know, a lot of times the hardest platforming that I've done so far in fun games is in places that look like shit. So it's like, what is even my motivation of doing the platforming here, right? Nice! So that's the thing. Most of the hardest platform... Oh shit, is this a boss? This looks like a boss. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will say this is a boss. Alright. You can actually skip that. Or maybe not. But the game had a skip button. I wonder what happened to that. Oh, this is an avoidance. Oh, and there is a game over? Huh? The game over didn't appear anywhere until now. Okay. I guess it appeared for this boss. Didn't even know there was a game over screen. Fuck. Yeah, the intro seems pretty nice. So it seems like this is an avoidance. I don't have to hit the apple. I was trying to hit the apple, but it seems like that's not necessary for now. For now, fuck. Wonder about the skip though. If I make a beautiful L Needle game of 90 difficulty, you will play it then? What is an L Needle? I don't know what L Needle is. Also, I wonder, because when we fell to hell, ever since then we had, I think, 6 stages, and I'm dead. Speaking of falling, because I can't go back. Well, that's fine. Let's try to hide, to dodge whatever we can here. Oops. Let me grab a picture of it. No, it's fine. I will prefer not to click on any pictures. I don't want to you know, click out of the game. I will appreciate if that wasn't the case. So I guess I'm just gonna imagine it. I guess we can play between these 2 flowers. These 2. Well, the problem is that this is getting too close, but might be the best choice. Since if I go too far away, I'm most likely gonna get trapped in one side or the other. Wait, are you repeating the same pattern? No, you're not. Oh shit. Wow. Alright. Nice. So you needed to go up. Hey Riemann, how is it going? L needle is a very short save of silly precise needle. I see. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I think I will have to pass on that one. Okay, so I guess I can make a strategy here that is probably not gonna be that hard to follow. Or maybe it's not gonna be that hard to follow. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. So now, well, yeah. At least the game gives you time for you to do this. That's what I want to do. So that way I can escalate without needing to... That's the problem. You know, funnily enough, the second attack right there seems to be the hardest one of the fight. Because it's the one that aims more at you than any of the other ones. So if you're close, it gets a little bit tough to dodge, especially if you want to sham so the flower doesn't go down. The other attacks don't seem that bad because they don't seem too dense in the middle. They seem pretty normal. I mean, a lot of them are even pointing upwards. The problem is that I have to remember when he's gonna go down. It's a little bit hard to remember. I think it's after this one? No, not after this one. I think after this one. After this one right here. Yeah, but sadly, he completely blocks you from that, because he does a column. So this is gonna be a little bit hard because of that. Maybe I can do it. I'm gonna waste a lot of time if I do this. Doing it from this side. I don't think it's gonna change much though. I guess I could give it a try. Damn, that second pattern is fucked up. Wasn't. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay in one flower. And for the last attack, I guess the best thing is trying to stay on the left flower, but I don't think you have a choice. Most likely not. Oh, come on. Well, as long as I don't get caught in an unlucky RNG, I don't think this should be a problem. But then again, I don't know if that final attack completely blocks you on one side or something. I'm not sure about that. Oh, come on, man. Like, the first attacks are actually the hardest. That's the funny thing about this. Like, the two first attacks are the harder in the fight. Not like they are hard. The problem is that if you try to dodge them from here, that's where they are hard. You're probably supposed to dodge it in the other flowers, maybe. But I want the other flowers to stay where they are for now. Come on. Okay, so it's after this one, right? If I'm not mistaken. It is. Oh, fuck you. God damn it. Alright. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So I have to jump a little bit higher than that. A little bit. So I have to kind of wait it out. I don't have to rush to jump. Just wait and then jump. After this one. Nice. There we go. Oh, and there is more after that. I thought that was like the boss of the area. All right. That's an interesting mid boss, I gotta say. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I have to go for the right flower. Sadly, I can't shoot this fucking ice. I wish I could, though. That would be pretty nice. Fuck. Okay. I wonder if one of them starts shooting at you, if it ever stops, or if it keeps going infinitely. That would be pretty nice, if it kept going infinitely. Oh, well, that was pretty lucky of me. Damn it. That's pretty nice. Can you imagine that there are quite a lot of games where that avoidance that we just did is pretty much the whole game? I mean, probably not as easy, but like a lot of fun games are basically things like that. And not to discredit them, but it's pretty interesting the difference in content that the different fun games have, right? Well, I probably don't want to have it that high. That's probably a mistake. That's probably too high. Yeah, that's pretty high. I can... Okay, so it doesn't have to be that high. I was about to say, I wonder if these eyes are gonna kill me if I touch them. That's definitely gonna happen, so I don't think it's even worth to try. So around here, maybe here. Nice. Might be too low. No, nice. Ooh, and this looks scary. Uh-oh. Ooh, this is a puzzle. Or maybe, okay. That's an interesting puzzle. I wonder how this works. This looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Ooh, and it's scrolling, so I don't even know how high this is gonna be. Well, I can see it going up down there. Okay, so at least I can see where I'm supposed to go. Oh, so it seems like you have to make the flowers reach the same level at once, or something like that. I'm not really sure how it works, but I guess it's something like that. Wow, that was just cruel. I got cornered there. That was the casual corner. Seems like it's about basically taking the one that is the highest and pulling it down. That seems like it's what increases that shit. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. A little bit. But it's interestingly made. It is definitely something that is interesting. Though those barrages that are pretty much entire rows of apples that can only be dodged in one spot, that's a little bit evil, I gotta say. That's even more evil. Damn, literally impossible to see. It came from the ceiling. Okay. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Shit. That was a shebate. Well, it wasn't necessarily a shebate. It was pretty bad luck, I will say. I like this mechanic though, this kind of elevator. It's pretty well done. Again, I will probably not make this entire rows of apples. But, you know. Yeah, like, this RNG is more preferable to the rows. Because, I mean, the rows are also RNG. But they can corner you pretty bad. Like here. Fuck. I can probably jump. Though I don't think it's gonna be a good idea. It's gonna be a good idea here, probably. As long as those apples... Okay, there we go. Oh, and this is definitely gonna be a boss. A Black Knight? Alright. So he has the same amount of health as the previous boss. Which is basically... 8 hits. I mean, I don't know where the Black Knight is from. I mean, Black Knight is already a pretty generic term. Well, I wonder where the Black Knight originates from, though. Because I'm sure that, you know, it has a meaning. Because a lot of media has like a Black Knight, right? Like the usual knight that is dressed in black and is apparently really powerful. But I don't know if it's a term or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I wonder what it is. Oh, okay, I see. That's okay. Well, chumps. Maybe I should Google Black Knight or maybe look it up on Wikipedia. Maybe it's a term from the medieval times that survived all this time. I don't know. Maybe Black Knight was like a title of honor for a specifically skilled knight or something like that. That's what usually most Black Knights have in common. That they basically destroy every other knight. Ah, that was close. Oh, the wall jump is still here. Oh, that's gonna... No, that's not gonna kill me. Ooh. I like that sound effect. Damn, those things are pretty hard to see. I saw them there, it's just that I died. But interesting. So you can't hit him when he comes down. You can only hit him up there. I also don't know if these sprites are handmade in the sense that they were made by the guy who did the game or if they are from a specific game. Because this is the same art style that the first boss had. And I also could not recognize the first boss. So unless the bosses are from a game that I don't know about and they are all from the same game, it seems that they were probably handmade. I don't know. I have no clue. And it's also like a pretty indie looking sprite too. So it wouldn't be out of question that this was actually made purposely for the game, but I'm not sure. Would like to see that. Well, if this was made purposely for the game, then that's a shit ton of effort. For sure. Okay, stop attacking. So those lasers are pretty dangerous because if you're gonna scale like this, if you're gonna go up with this air current, it's pretty easy to get hit because you don't have too much control over where you're going. Oh, okay, that was probably a bad place to hit him because I probably couldn't go down and I needed to go down after that attack. After every attack you need to go down. Alright. Here you also gotta go up if you don't wanna get fucked by that blade attack. Ah, damn it! I hate those lasers. They are pretty big. Well, the fact that they are big is not the problem. The fact that they are slow is the problem. they stay on the screen for a pretty long time. Okay, nice. Damn it, this is a bad combination. Thankfully, that sword attack that he does where he gets into melee range is not that dangerous. Because if that was a little bit harder to dodge, then this fight will probably be really hard. Also, I like how the game basically forces you to hit him once, so it doesn't matter how good you are at spamming, here you have to take him down bit by bit. Like, you cannot use your magic fingers to take him down. You actually need to do it like anyone else. Just hit him slowly but surely. Yes, I really can understand how there's a lot of people that can move their fingers so fast. The problem is that there are games like Boshi that are designed for those kind of people. So when it comes to me, reaching those places it's pretty bad, because I can't really do anything about it. Probably not the best attack too. Gotcha! Alright, the Black Knight is done for. And we're back here on the main screen, and as you can see, we did the left side and we did the bottom side. The only thing left for now is the right side. So let's go right there. Well, when I say right side, I probably should point there, because those who are looking at the camera, that's your right and that's your left. Whatever. Boshi quick kills were painful, yeah, literally painful. That's the worst part, not even figuratively. Growth. Oh, that thing that I never did. Oh, you can shoot platforms? Is this Minecraft? Huh, you are not supposed to hit that, huh? Wonder how that works. Huh? Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, so that's a cactus, I'm assuming. Or at least it works like one. So you destroy that. Okay, I kinda understand. It's a little bit weird though, because in this kind of water you can do a jump, a double jump after you're already jumping, right? So I wonder how you're supposed to do that jump, because not doing that jump without a double jump, you cannot do that. That's weird. Like, I really can do that with one jump, I think, right? Unless it's pretty precise, but even then it seems to be too high up there. Maybe I'm supposed to save this shot, but I don't think so, guess. Pretty sure. No, I don't think that jump works. Nah, there's no way that jump works. It's definitely weird. You can only double jump if you already saved the double jump. Like jumping from the water to that save point. Can you even do that? If you can only jump once? Because if you can do it, I don't know how. What if you start from the ground and go up with the water? I'm not even sure if I have enough time for that. And I don't think it counts either. So let me check. If I jump here... No, you don't have the double jump there. Like basically once you leave the water, you can't do shit. I mean, yes, you can jump here and then jump when you're out of the water, but... So you're telling me that I have to do... Yeah, something like that is what I have to do. But that seems pretty weird. Because the water is not helping that much. Well, it is obviously helping, but... It seems like a pretty precise jump. Like, incredibly precise. See? Okay, well, at least it's only one jump until the save point, but it's pretty weird that they will do this. Like, I'm used to... in Not Another Needle game, basically when you have the water, it means that you can... Basically means that you can jump again after you leave the water. But not here. In this game that does not apply. Okay, I think I kinda understand now. Yeah, I think I understand. It's a little bit hard still, but... So you're not supposed to jump from the water. You're just supposed to use the water to keep yourself as high as you can. That's what the water is for. To make you fall slower, not to propel your jump. It's still a precise jump even knowing that, but... Like, seems pretty precise. Ah, fuck. Damn it, I thought I had it there. Okay, that's fine. Really, that one didn't count? Why didn't that one count? And that one also didn't count. Alright. This is gonna be one of those. Well, at least this is a good way of introducing the mechanic. So it basically tells you that after the water there is no extra jump, and when the water reaches a cactus, the cactus will start growing all the way up. Damn, I will be sure that that should have counted, but it didn't. There we go. Okay. Jesus, that was a pretty precise jump. Huh. I still am not sure how this block works though, because it seems like you do something like that. Okay. And then what? Oh, you want me to go up here, so I should... Okay. I see. Wow. That was a pretty quick growth. Well, oh, that's why the stage is called growth. Okay. So that's gonna be the biggest obstacle here, the growth of these plants. I guess if we're gonna shot that, it's gonna be from here. But damn, even doing that seems pretty precise. Damn, this just started and we are already getting our ass kicked pretty hardcore. Since it instantly grows, but you have to shoot it from here no matter what you do. Like, you have to. Maybe I can use that to block the cactus. Yes, okay. But it's gonna be... Oh! You can actually stop the growth forever. Okay. That's probably not the smartest place to use it though. Probably have to use it there. No, not there. More in the middle. In the middle of these two. Not sure if there. I mean, well, we can see. Oh, I can also stop the waterfall. Fuck. If you bonk your head going out of it, it would have been easier. I don't know. Maybe. So basically the trick here is stopping the waterfall from reaching the cactus. That's pretty much what the idea is. The rest doesn't really matter. The problem is that we gotta do that while at the same time we don't destroy the block, because guess what? As soon as we destroy the block, place it lower. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Thanks. Oh shit. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. There we go. So these are pretty interesting mechanics. I don't think I've seen anything close to this. It's pretty interesting for sure. I know I'm not supposed to go to the right, but I want to see what there is.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Good one. That was a good one. That's what I get. Okay, that was a good one. I appreciated that. I mean, it was pretty obvious you weren't supposed to go to the right. That was a good reward. I'm actually glad that I did that. Nice. See, that's how you do traps. That's how you do traps. You don't do it any other way. Yeah, nobody really expects the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody does. Good one. Traps. You know, it's pretty funny. Wait, what? Pretty sure I can go here. No. Well, I guess I'm supposed to stop the cactus from growing there. Okay, I can do that. I was about to say that it's pretty funny how Riemann calls me out whenever I say something degenerate about a girl. However, he doesn't mind typing traps Craigasm. And I'm the edition. That squish gate might be possible. Yeah, not for me. If it even is possible, definitely not for me. Well, mostly Teist says it's not. Machine not liking cute traps. See, it's the most decent people are the one that call other people decent. That's how it works. If you're a complete degenerate, you're like, ew, what a degenerate you are. You're basically hiding 1 terabyte of trap pornography casually, just like that. Squish gate or shoes frame perfect. I see. Fuck you, hey! What's wrong with you, Yami? Just gratuitously fuck you just like that? Alright. Are you feeling mentioned there? Did I hit a soft spot? My bad. Didn't mean to. Oh, I see. So you can actually make that jump. So you're supposed to use these blocks to cover the water, not to jump above things. Sadly, this might be the hardest one to do, cause... Alright, maybe not that hard. You expose his 1 terabyte of traps. Hey, I don't mind if you have 1 terabyte of traps. I mean, I don't even mind if you have 1 terabyte of traps and another terabyte of something else that I probably won't say because this is a family-friendly stream. But the thing is, it's funny how those are the people that call other people degenerate, right? It's like, you are lusting girls? What a fucking degenerate. And then they have the most fucked up shit. That's the funny part, not the fact that you're storing a 1 terabyte of trap. That's fine. I don't mind. Okay, so I have to shoot both of these things down, but I have to be pretty careful about it, probably. Okay, like that. Oh, but this has to be pretty fast, because I need to destroy that one. Okay, that's fine. Of course you don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, see, differently from you, I admit that I'm a degenerate. That's the thing. I am a degenerate, yes, so what? I don't mind. But you definitely don't want to admit it. That's the difference. Ouch. Can you reach that? Oh, you can. So you're supposed to block this too. Alright. I'm not sure what I have to do, but let me see if it's this. Okay, that didn't roll the cactus, so that's good. Oh, that's not good. And what do I do now? Okay, I have to actually think this one. So it's pretty clear that I'm supposed to use one of these platforms to jump above those 7 spikes that you see there. That's clear as light. But in order to do that, I have to do this in a pretty specific order. Because this jump is not possible, no. So... okay. It's still pretty hard to pick this one up. The problem is that you really can't go anywhere without using one of these blocks to get up there. So... Okay, maybe you're supposed to do... let me see. If I do something like... well, shit, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. They didn't say that I'm not... yeah, sure. Denying what he denies. This knight is a full-blown denier. Okay, so I think I kinda understand what I'm supposed to do. It's not this, by the way, but I'm supposed to do what I did before, which is basically put the block there so I can destroy the block on the right, so that summons this waterfall. But what I'm supposed to do is really quickly shoot this other block on the left from here, and as fast as I can run here, pick this up, and then get here with the block. That's what you're supposed to do. It's gonna be pretty tight. Like, you have to do it pretty fast. But it should work. So let's see. This part is the easy one. This is the problem. Oh, come on. I rushed it so much that I did a bad jump there. If you press the double jump too fast, you're gonna jump a lot lower than if you actually hold it. See, that's the plan, but you actually have to pick the platform. That's the issue. Nice. That's how you do it, but now... what? That. Okay, that works. It's still... oh, there is a save point here. Nice. I thought I have to do all of this in one go. Good shit. So, what about this? So, I think it's pretty clear that what I have to do here is build like a staircase. I think that's what you have to do. So something like that. That's the first one. Maybe... oh, fuck. Okay. Maybe something like that as the second one, and then for the third one you put it in the middle and you start climbing. I think that's pretty much the idea. The problem is... oh, this is the problem. Come on, buddy. Well, I think if I do this... oh, it doesn't... I see, okay. So maybe it's not as I thought. Like, maybe what you're supposed to do is... oh, but you have to jump real high. Because I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to jump over that spike on the upper right corner of the screen. So you really have to go pretty high. That's fine, that shouldn't be a problem in itself, but I think what I'm supposed to do is to just completely block. Well, first let's see what happens, how much the right one grows. Okay. So the right one grows enough so you can finish the screen. That's fine. I feel like I should get this one first, because it definitely is the hardest one. And again, I don't think you need to hurry up, since you can just block that one there. The real question is... nah, I guess you're supposed to play it relatively safe. I already fucked it up there though. Maybe I can fix it. Let's see. If I do something like that, that means the cactus won't grow. The problem is, I think that's not high. No, that's definitely not high enough at all. No. But if I put that one a little bit higher, it should work. I feel like it should work, and as long as I can put it at the same in the same place as the cactus is to block the road, it shouldn't be a problem. So if I do something like this, so I block the cactus and at the same time I can jump from a pretty high place. That doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. Oh, it barely blocked it. There is a problem though. Yeah, that's the problem. That was a pretty poor placement. I don't have to put it so much to the right. Ah, damn it. That's too much to the right. Has to be a little bit more to the left. Around, yeah, it should be fine there. Wow, I died to that. Nice. That's a pretty nice thing to die to. Okay, that's probably a little bit low, but let's try. Let's try and see how it goes. So once I'm here, I'm supposed to do something like this, but it's not high enough. You have to go a lot higher than that. So maybe instead of blocking from... Okay. Let me see something real quick. If I do something like... No, that's not gonna work. Let me think of the placement here. Because maybe I do need 3. That boy ain't right. You mean the guy? The guy, I think he's doing fine. How is it going, STQ? If I place it a little bit higher, maybe it will help, but I don't even know if I can jump that high. Let's see. Ooh, okay. No, I don't think I can jump that high. No. So maybe I need a different approach to this. Well, I can pick this one up from here. I wonder what happens if you run to an already established block. Nothing, so you should ignore it. Well, in that case, doing this might not be that... Well, maybe it is gonna be a bad idea, because my plan will be doing something like this to block the first cactus, and then for the second one just put another one. But I'm not sure. Finish work and watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Damn. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Interesting. How is it going, Yannick, by the way? It's like a puzzle area. A little bit complex. A little bit. I'm still struggling to see how exactly to deal with it. Okay, see, that's what you don't have to do. I will have to think this a little bit better. I still think the previous strategy could work, but I also have the feeling that it might not. Because here's the thing, you obviously have to block the growth of both cactus here. Well, I think plural cactus is cacti, right? So you need to put a block here and another one here in any height. The issue is which one do I put first and where? Because my initial strategy was placing this block here so it blocks this cactus, and for this one I will place a block here that also works as a platform for me to use. The problem of doing that is that I don't think I can go high enough to be able to get through this spike. So that's the issue. I'm gonna try again, because probably if I put it a little bit higher, it might work, but I'm honestly not sure. But let's just find out. I guess the secret is also how far you put it. Maybe that for example might be too far. That for example might be a little bit too far. Yeah, it is too far. And even if it wasn't too far, the problem is the same. The fact that if I try to double jump from here and I place a platform around here, I can get past this spike. So it has to be a different strategy. Now the question is, which one? What strategy? I really don't know, if I gotta be honest. And the way you pick every platform is a little bit different than the previous one, right? So let's say I do something like that. Like I start out with that one, and then I try to use this other one here. Well, this is probably not gonna change shit, but at least that's a pretty bad positioning for the trap. I probably cannot even land there. Well, not only I cannot land there, I'm pretty sure the cactus is not gonna be stopped by that. Yeah, the cactus didn't give a shit. Alright. Well, the good thing about that platform is that it might help me do the jump to get to the other platform. What's clear to me is that no matter what I do, again, I need to put two platforms like that first and then use the last one as a last platform. So let's see if this is gonna work. Like, I can get pretty high here, but nice. That was the right strat. Good shit. Alright. So we have this other thing here. Oh, wait, are you serious? You want me to shoot down every single one of those on my way down? Huh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do that. I obviously can't do this by spamming. Time to tap. This is gonna be a nightmare if it's actually like this. Because, I mean, you're probably supposed to do this precisely, but Jesus. That seems incredibly hard to achieve. Well, I can probably do it like this. No. A lot of the shots get lost, even when you're right next to it. And I'm pretty sure that without that you can't do shit. Because, well, this jump is doable. It's just that it's incredibly hard and I probably don't have the patience to do it. So I think it's like one particular section in my pacifist route. I don't know. Because when you look at this, I mean, for those who are experts at this, I'm pretty sure all of these jumps are doable, right? Like, I'm pretty sure those 2 jumps are doable. The problem is that you have to do them in a row. Like, you can't fuck it up, but you also have to do it twice in a row, because you need to go in and then go back. And honestly, I don't think I can do that. But at the same time, I look at this, it's basically pick your poison here. Which one is the most fucked up? And both of them are pretty fucked up. Yeah, both of them are incredibly fucked up. Unless I can do now. Oh wow, something kills you there? Oh, you can actually go back, but it's useless. Well, is it? Yeah, of course it is useless. Why would I want to go back? I don't think there's anything I can shoot there. Huh. Okay. Can I at least shoot the lowest one? No, I cannot even do that. Alright. Well, I guess I have to enter needle mode and actually do those jumps. I didn't really want to do it. But yeah, I do think that it's oh, I almost got it there, damn it. But then again, I wasn't even... It's not like I'm doing it on purpose, right? Maybe this one is easier to do than the other jumps. I mean, can someone actually do this by calculating the shots instead of spamming and, you know, accidentally getting it right? Like, can someone actually measure their shots so perfectly that they can actually hit those 4 things? I mean, I know that there are pretty good people, like pretty talented people playing this game, but is that something you can actually do? With some practice it seems possible. Like, the hard thing here, I mean, I'm sure that doing this once, eventually you're gonna do this once. What I'm trying to say is, can you actually do this consistently? Like, imagine if you're a speedrunner, can you do this every single time? Like, is your sight sharp enough to be able to finish off all of those rocks in a row? It's so hard even to hit the first one. Damn it. See, I can't even get the first one. I don't even know how much the water is even gonna grow. That's the thing. I mean, it should grow all the way up, but if I try to do those 2 jumps there, that's insane to me. Well, there is also a possibility. Nah, no way you can do that. Like, yeah, for someone that is pretty... I watch a speedrun shoot now, he got it first try. Damn. So I guess doing this consistently, it's doable. But Jesus Christ, this is like a rhythm game at this point. And the worst part is that if you spam your hardest, it doesn't work. So it has to be properly timed. That's the scariest part. Didn't you play Dance on Fire and Ice? Yeah, I also played Osu. As much as it pains me to admit it. I also played Osu. Man, I can't decide. I can't decide if I want to go for the water or if I want to go for the needle. But if I go for the needle, I'm probably gonna take even longer. Because at least with the water, maybe I can get one lucky run. And that's it. But with this shit, it's not about being lucky. It's about being good at needle. And I don't think I'm good enough at needle to do that. I mean, I can probably do that after like 10 hours. Like that needle. Well, maybe a little bit less than 10 hours, but seems like a pain in the ass. Not like this alternative looks any better, but you know. Now the problem is that regardless of what alternative I pick, we're probably gonna be stuck here for a pretty big amount of time. Maybe it's better if you do it far away so you can see your shots a little bit better. Yeah, something like that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it really feels like... Well, I wonder if once you get this, if that's the only thing you gotta do, and I really hope it is, because if you gotta do something else after this, then... Well, I guess if you can consistently do it, it's not gonna be that big of a deal, but yeah. Good luck doing this consistently. It's a pretty strange screen, I gotta say, because it's pretty different from anything else. I almost got it there. Sadly, you can't shot this last one from here, or even from there. There we go. So what does this give me? Okay. So it's not over. Okay. So I have to jump in between even that big spike. Because if I don't do that, I'm gonna hit my head. Well, I probably could do a low jump. Okay. But it seems like once you get one of these, might not be that hard to get the other. I feel like it's basically you get that first one, you get the first one, right? And once you get the first one, you wait a little bit for the other one and you start spamming, basically. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah. That seems to be how it's done. You wait a little bit for the second one and then you immediately start spamming. It can work or not, but it obviously depends on how you spam. Ah, I almost got it there. Pretty evil that even after this you still have to do that section. We need Dance of Fire and Flames. Yeah, just play literally every reading game that allows for custom songs and you will be able to play that. The worst part is that the bullets go so fast that I don't even know if I'm hitting late or early. That's the... Dragon Force is the only way to play reading games. You know, since you're such a metal guy, Today I was listening to Foo Fighters, the song Pretender. What do you think about that one? Since you seem to be such a metalhead. Oh, damn it. Always so close. It seems like the last one I'm hitting it too late, but it's not like I can spam faster than that. There was a reference to this band in Shosho. Damn. Can't wait to reach it. Yeah, the Foo Fighters is one of those bands that has been around for quite some time. Fuck me. That's... I don't know how I got it once, if I gotta be honest. But all I know is that I'm not doing this, I'm not calculating this in case. I mean, yeah, I follow the quote-unquote strategy that I told you about, but that barely even counts. Maybe I can do something like that, like shoot the first one and then double jump. Okay, that seems like a more consistent strategy. I still don't have to fuck it up here, but that's the hard part. There we go. Nice. Good shit. Water doesn't follow hydrostatics. I don't know what that is, but if it's something related to physics, yeah, you don't really expect any of that. Now, this is pretty fucked up, what you're seeing right here, because these are a lot of blocks, and I'm pretty sure some of these blocks are here just to go the other way. Huh, interesting. Okay, I wonder what the order is. So let's just first pick one and see where we have to put this. Well, I guess one of them should be like there. The other one obviously is to stop the cactus grow. That's already pretty hard, because you have to do it in one go if you want to do something like that. Oh, so that's the trick, that you don't do it in one go. Oh, I think I get it. Most of this is kind of like... Okay, I might be able to understand this, or I might not be able to understand this. We will see. Because the fact that there are 7 blocks, it's pretty alarming. But I don't even know if I have to use all of them. Just like in the previous thing, we didn't need to do the hard jumps either. So maybe they are optional. Maybe they are for speedrunners. Oh, fuck you, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine, doesn't matter. I think the general strategy here, it's pretty simple, but... Okay, so that's not the general strategy. But I think I understand. Basically, you put one block so you can shoot a block where the cactus is, and then you have another block that you use to go back. I think that's the idea of this. So that being said, if that's true, I don't know why you will want the other blocks, but I'm not even sure how this works in the first place. Now the fact that we have to do these jumps with these spikes being present is pretty fucked up, you ask me. So I can do that, right? And now let's say I destroy the blocks above, so the cactus is not gonna grow. Now, the issue with that is that it seems that I still need the blocks. But I don't even know how much the water might rise with that one. I don't even think it's gonna be enough. Like, what I'm trying to say is that no matter what, it seems like we will need to pick additional blocks. Damn. The question is how many? How many do we need to pick? Well, one for this middle path, and wait, I can actually shoot that down. Okay, that water doesn't change anything, so I need one for that. And I probably need all of them, but that will be pretty cruel. Like, needing actually all of them. Like, if I need all of them, that's incredibly fucked up. Yeah, I know, it looks fucked up because it is fucked up. Because the thing is, when you're in the water, you cannot double jump. That's something that you gotta remember. There is no double jumping here, so you gotta do this. Maybe we just need two. And if we need two, it's fucked up, but it's not that bad, because doing that gate jump is not really that big of a deal. So you leave something like that, right? But then again, yeah, if you fuck up one of these jumps, then get fucked. That's the shitty part. But so I think that no matter what I do here, I do need additional blocks, because if I don't, like, see, if I shoot that and I use a platform to get up, there is an issue. The issue is that it's not gonna be high enough. Again, remember that I cannot double jump when I'm on water. Maybe I can place it high enough, but if you really want me to pick the seeds of them, like, fuck you. But maybe I can just pick 4. Like, maybe with that platform that I had there, it might be enough, but I still have my doubts. Yeah, I still have my doubts if it's gonna be enough. This looks pretty fucked up, yeah. I agree with Yannick here. That looks incredibly fucked up. Like, Jesus Christ. The worst part, like, if you could just pick the blocks and then do that, it will be annoying, but it wouldn't be, you know, that bad, right? But that's precisely what the problem is. That you cannot just do that, and I just fucked up nice. You cannot just do that. Well, I'm pretty sure the best idea is to do the gate jumps first. Probably. Okay. Time to grind more runs. Fucking masochist. Well, look who's talking, right? The guy who is doing this. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pick those two in the middle first, since they are clearly... Damn, since they are clearly the hardest, but... I mean, doing this gate jump shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because usually gate jumps are a little bit harder when they are lower than that. But it's in the specific height to not be that big of a deal. Oh, we almost fucked that up. That's still fucked up. I feel like that jump, this jump here, that it's a incredibly nerf corner jump. I mean, it's clearly not hard. It's not hard. But having to do that 5 times in a row, well, no, not 5 times, actually 10 times, considering that you have to go back and forth, that, I feel like that's pretty, like look at that. I died there, I didn't mean to, and I was paying attention too. And just because of that, you have to do all this shit all over again. I'm not sure about this one, bro. I think this might be a little bit exaggerated. It might be a little bit exaggerated. I mean, I like the gimmick and everything, but doing this is truly fucked up. I almost died there too. So like, this section isn't even the problem. Like, this section is fine. But the issue is if I need more than... Maybe... Okay, I'm thinking of something. Because here's the thing. Look at this. If I can somehow place that block really low, and I don't think I can, but if I could place that block incredibly low, then I will be able to do this a lot more easily, because I will be able to jump in between the spikes when the water is there. The bad part about that is that I wouldn't know exactly how to do that, because you will have to shoot pretty low to be able to do something like that. Like, you need you have to shoot around this height, right? Like, when you're here, you shoot here so the platform stays here. But obviously after that you need to go back. That's my issue here. Going back like that, I don't know if you can do that casually, just like that. I'm thinking because that does seem to be a problem. Then there is also the question if I really need the water. No, I definitely need the water, but yeah, I obviously need the water. What am I saying? Of course you need the water. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything useful here. Because I'm pretty sure the idea is something pretty similar of what I did the first time. But what I did the first time was already hard to achieve like that. And even then it wasn't enough. Well, all I'm saying is that we might be stuck on this screen for a pretty long time. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, it is a problem. Maybe if we shoot that low it might work, maybe not. I mean, we probably need 2 platforms if we want to do that. there is no way that that works. So I guess we're back to the old strategy. See, I fucked up there, for example. So if I could do that, this will be great. That will be ideal, because that means that using the little jumps that I can do in between these spikes, I could get here. And that means that I don't need many blocks here to be able to build a path to go up. But sadly, if I do this, I can't go back. So yeah, sadly I can't put that block that low. I have to put it a little bit higher. That's the main issue. It's a shame. So I feel like this place could be a lot easier, but... Or, well, not necessarily easier. Oh, that's right, you can't shoot at this... Fuck. You can't shoot at the same place where the other one is, because you also shoot a bullet every time you place the platform, and if you shoot a bullet at a platform, you're gonna destroy it. And this is really a pretty freaky challenge, for sure. This might be one of the most evil ways to use a mechanic like this. Wow, I almost died there. See, at least you could remove that mini spike from there, right? At the very least. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just saying. That might be a good idea. So if I do this here, this was probably a poor idea. Well, I mean, it works, but I definitely can't jump from the water to that platform. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Mostly frustrating, but still funny, I will say. Morbidly funny, if you wanna call it that way. Jesus. But yeah, my biggest fear is that you cannot do this with... I keep fucking that up. My biggest fear is that you cannot do this with only 5 blocks. And if I can do this with 5 blocks, it means that I have to do that diamond jump, I think they call it. And if I have to do that diamond jump 2 times, or maybe even 4 times, if I need to pick both blocks, that's pretty fucked up. Like, that's seriously fucked up. Because I mean, look at this. I can barely even do that once. And if you try to use a block to get there, it's a little bit useless. Because, I mean, you're spending a block to get a block. So it doesn't make sense. Well... I will say that this is an unnecessary screen. I will say it is. I think this is the first time that I see something in this game and I'm like, wow, you can't be serious. Because there are a lot of other places that were a little bit hard and cost, you know, 10 or 20 minutes to beat, but this is beyond ridiculous. And it's already ridiculous ignoring that it needs those 2 blocks on on the right side. Like, ignoring that I need that, it's already ridiculous. If I need that, then I think that's gonna be shishi from me, cause again, I can't do a diamond jump like that reliably. I mean, I can do it once reliably. Imagine doing it 4 times. That's just not cool. So yeah. And if I keep dying on those jumps, we're not gonna go anywhere. Damn it. Yeah, I think I read, like, you know, Delicious Read, which is the website that you use to download this game, has reviews where people can say what they thought about the game, right? And I think there were a couple of people complaining a lot about this portion with water, and now I see why. Like, now I understand pretty clearly why that's the case. I mean, I'm pretty sure that for veterans of this game, something like this is not that big of a deal. I understand that, but you gotta understand that, you know, not everyone is a master of this kind of thing. Can't believe a water level is causing trouble again. Oh, I fucked up here, by the way, funnily enough. Well, I know that this is not gonna work, but... Wait, that is gonna work. So if I didn't fuck up and I shoot the top row there, that works. Okay, so that means that I don't need the 2 blocks on the right. Okay, that's a relief. That's definitely a relief. Alright, I like that. I do like that. Those are good news. Because, as I told you, if I had to do that diamond jump 4 times, it will be a shishi for me, because it's impossible. Damn, man, I keep fucking that up. It really is impossible for me to do diamond jumps like that. Consistently. Yeah, I can do it once every 20 times probably. But, you know, that is pretty far from reliably. Well, this is definitely a no from people that can do gate jumps like that one. So I think that gate jump is pretty forgiving, but you know, there might be some people that are not that good with gates, so this will be excruciating to do. Though maybe this is designed in a way where you can do it with 3 blocks. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. But I don't see how I will be able to do this with 3 blocks. So I think at minimum you will need 5. I think. At minimum. Damn it. And the worst part is that I had it. On that previous run I would have done it if the waterfall was activated. But I fucked up and I forgot to activate the waterfall, sadly. Damn it. Oh yeah, see, this is why water level should be banned. Water levels cause nothing but trouble. And I spoke too soon when I was on the ice level, and I was like, huh, I'm really glad that there are no water levels. Yeah. That's what I get for talking. really, really glad there is no water levels. Shit, no water levels, I know, right? Okay, so this is when you have to shoot the waterfall. So, if I have done that before, I will have done it without trouble. But I didn't, cause I'm a dumbass. Obviously, this is still doesn't mean that I'm gonna get it, cause there are so many ways to fuck this up that it's amazing. I think I'm gonna play it safe and put it there, cause I think it should be enough with a double jump. I'm not sure, but I think it should. So if I'm here, that waterfall might fuck me up, but it's gonna be so intense. Fuck you, dude. That's probably something that you have to fix by placing that platform a little bit more to the right. The one that stops the cactus. If you place it a little bit more to the right, that jump shouldn't be too hard to do. But I think I placed it a little bit too much to the left. Jesus. It's such a pain in the ass to retry this screen. So yeah, no guard. This screen, I think it could not be here and the game will be better. I think you could completely take this screen out of the game and I think the game will be better for sure. But you know, it was your choice to leave it here. Because a screen like this can be saved even with more checkpoints. If you add more checkpoints, it's useless because the state of everything is obviously gonna reset, right? So you definitely can't make this screen any better unless you make it easier altogether, like completely modifying the way it works. And yeah, I would like either removing this or making it easier, but you know, whatever. It's here. What's important is that it's here. It could not be here, yes, but it's here. So let's not focus in an alternate reality. Let's just focus on what's currently there. Also, I have to not be a dumbass and remember. Okay, I'm a dumbass for that. Nice. I don't think I can reach that far. How can I keep fucking that up? It's incredible. Like literally, if you put that a little bit more... Oh, well, maybe I can do this. Yeah, never mind. I'm not that much of a dumbass. Okay. Alright, there we go. Unsettled. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that last screen was whack, okay? I gotta say it. It was whack. But it's alright, I mean, that's the only screen so far that I can look and say it's whack. So, we have a good record so far, alright? If so far that's the only one that I can say it's whack, then that's already better than most. So... we're entering in the high technology area. The high tech. We have some lasers. And a lot of metal. No, not the kind of metal that Riemann likes. I mean the hard metal. Nice. So once a platform stops, it can't keep going. That's something important to remember. It's called black metal. And you know, now that you mentioned that, it's incredible the mixture of music that I listen to while I'm working. Like while I'm working, like it's amazing because, like, for example, today, I'm gonna give you a real example. Like today, it's pretty funny to say, but it's true. I went from listening, you know, a song like "World Is Mine," you know, the one that Miku sings. I went from listening that to listening "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac. So, Jesus Christ, like that's pretty fun to say, but it's true. Like I enjoy those things the same. But the funny part is that they are the exact opposite. Like they couldn't be more opposite. But like I listen them one after the other. It's not like I have different days where I listen different stuff, right? Like maybe one day I feel like listening to metal and another day I feel like listening to rap. No, in the same day, one after the other. Maybe that's not as weird as I think. Maybe there is a lot of people that do that. But as far as I know, most people try to, at least for one day, they try to stick for, like, they try to stick with a musical genre, and then maybe some other day they play some other musical genre, right? But in my case, it's like I mix everything on the same day because it's like you need a balance. Like if you listen to something that is overly cute, it's like at some point you overload with that cuteness. So you need something to balance it out. So you listen to some shit like "Hit 'Em Up." At least you're not going from DDP piano to Russian black metal. I don't know. Speaking of Russian, yeah, that's also another funny thing. I also went to that, you know, that pre-pop that song that you mentioned yesterday. I was also listening to that one today, and I'm like, damn. I don't know. Maybe that's more normal than I think. Maybe listening to complete different genres like that, even if it's on the same day, maybe it's a lot more common than I think. But I don't really think it's that common. I don't know, you tell me. What do you listen to when you're doing something that requires concentration? Well, not necessarily requires concentration, it's just when you're normally listening to music, do you switch genres like that, or do you stick to one? You try to listen to similar things on the same day, and maybe some other day listening to some other things. So in my case, I don't mind mixing it all in the same day. I switch genres more than that. Damn. So I guess I'm not that much of a weirdo. Because a lot of people are not really, like, a lot of people are afraid to say what they listen to. And a lot of times they say something that sometimes they don't even listen to that much. Because they fear that they will talk shit about them. You know, a lot of people that, for example, listen to someone like Justin Bieber, they are ashamed of saying that, and sometimes they don't even say it. Even though there is not any problem with listening to Justin Bieber. I mean, listening to his music doesn't mean that you endorse his behavior or anything. You just like the music he produces. But again, a lot of people are afraid to admit that. So when you ask someone about what kind of music they listen to, it's pretty hard to get a honest answer. Most of them will either bullshit you or they will tell you something that is not fully true. Like they will just tell you, "Oh, I listened to this," and they don't mention all the other stuff they listen to, which is fine. I mean, they don't have to. They are not obliged to. It will be nice if. Will be nice. Oh, fuck you, dude. That fucking spike drop. That's toxic. That's unbelievably toxic. It's pretty funny. Oh, that was pretty late. I mean, pretty early. I can start with Toho Original OST and finish at Gachi. Interesting. That's a good choice. Start with original Toho OST and then at Gachi. That's a good choice. I don't listen to Gachi, for example. I know that a lot of people like listening to Gachi, but I personally can't. Just I don't find it appealing. I mean, I rather listen to the original songs that Gachi uses for the remixes rather than the remixes. You're not gonna get me with that fucking spike this time, bitch. That's an interesting one. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to sham there. Or no. Whoop. Okay. That was easy. Damn it! Come on. Wait, I got killed by that? How? Wasn't that thing supposed to block lasers? Oh, okay, now it doesn't block laser. Alright. Sure. Maybe because it's not a red laser. Maybe it only blocks the red lasers. I forget that fucking spike is there. Also, that's a lot of shurikens. Lots of shurikens. Also, it seems that the spike is not timed. Is not timed with how much you stay in the platform, but rather where the moving platform is. Though sometimes I don't get it. It's like, oh, it's because I'm studying. Okay, can just wait until that shit passes, and that's it. Nice. I don't know if this save is that good. Well, it probably is. Maybe. I don't think it's that bad. Could be worse. I guess that diagonal jump can be pretty tough to do. I mean, I got there by accident. I was aiming for the platform above, and I actually got there. Okay, that works. That's bad. I should have moved. Yeah, that was a bad idea. So you don't have to stay, you have to hurry up. Damn it, that jump has to be a little bit bigger than that. Damn it. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to jump above the platform to do that jump. That will make sense. Wait, no. really want to try to see what happens if I jump above the platform. Problem is that I keep dying like a dumbass. I like how most of the deaths are in that starting gate right next to the save. Well, I guess I could jump there. Maybe, yeah, that could work. Nice. But then what? I mean, I understand probably supposed to do that jump in between those two shurikens, but how exactly? Can you even shot the shurikens or do something with them? No. Alright. Like, if I jump from here, I don't think I can reach this, like, above this spike, only with a single jump. So that will mean I have to jump here. But if I jump here, can I get here with a double jump? Because it doesn't seem like you can. Well, it's one or the other, there are no other choices, so we'll have to experiment a little bit. Oh, maybe I can jump from the tip of the spike. It might be a little bit hard to time though. Nice, there we go. And there is a lot of these rotating lasers. Wait. I don't think I can cover myself with this, right? Let me check. No, you get obliterated in every single one of them. So you need to do that in one go. Damn, this is so addictive. Jesus Christ. Like, I want to keep going even though I have to end the stream. I'm gonna keep going, fuck it. A little bit at least. Hey, this platforming sections is what I love about I Wanna Be the Guy fun games. Because it really makes you wanna keep going. Because, you know what you have to do, but doing it is a little bit hard. So it's like you really want to do it. But, you know, at the same time, when you do it, there is another section afterwards that you feel the same thing, that you want to do that one too. And then you enter an infinite spiral of, you know, of the impulse to play. Okay. And we can make this screen the last one for the day. So at least I know where to put my limit. Infinite spiral of pressing F4 during Hibachi, man. I saw that side spike and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die, but I was able to actually move properly. Well, at least that laser is not following us anymore. This looks like a fucked up one. Jesus. You have to do that in one go. Yeah. See, that's the problem. I said last one on the... well, on the last one. But... I just can't stop. When I see something like this, I want to do it. I have to jump a lot earlier than that, it seems. Well, maybe I could jump as soon as I get here. Nah, it's probably too risky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you do something like this, that eye is gonna stay there just so you can pass. Yeah, of course. That will be too easy of an exploit otherwise. Way too easy of an exploit. Yeah, you indeed shall not pass. Hey, you know, I never watched Lord of the Rings. Can you believe that? I know that that's one of the movies that everyone saw, but I didn't. Never watched Lord of the Rings. Hipster? Oh, come on, bro. You can't call me hipster because I watch all of the Harry Potter movies, so that immediately makes me immune to that word. The funny part is that it's not like I watched them because I wanted to watch them. It's because my sister is in. It was an incredibly big fanboy of Harry Potter. Well, a fangirl of Harry Potter. So it's like I had to watch them. But you know, she wasn't really that into Lord of the Rings. And I didn't like watching movies back then as much as I don't like watching them now. So it's not like I could watch a movie because I wanted to, because I never wanted to. So yeah. I feel like it's one of the movies that I need to watch, because there is a lot of references coming from Lord of the Rings that I probably should understand. And I don't. Well, I mean, some of them I understand them, but you know, like, You Shall Not Pass is incredibly popular, so even if you didn't watch the movie, you probably know that scene. But there are a lot of others that, yeah, are not like that. Ah, fuck those spikes. Really now? Gonna die 3 times in a row on that sorry ass jump? I thought that the spikes went all the way down. Seems to not be the case. Ah, you almost got it. That last part with those 2 spikes is gonna be a pain in the ass. Well, probably not that much, but painful enough. Oh, that hit me, are you kidding me? Alright. Come on. Both you and me know that that didn't hit me. Hey, look at me in the eyes, you know. You know that that didn't hit me. Everyone here knows that that didn't hit me. You need a referee for that. There we go. Oh, is this the boss already? It is. Wow, we got pretty... Alright. So then... Oh, and this motherfucker has a lot of health. Okay. Now that's an interesting thing. So basically, if you compare the left side and the right side with the bottom side of you know, on the main screen of the game, like the bottom side was so much longer than these other two combined. That's pretty crazy. I guess you were meant to leave the bottom one for last, maybe, or something like that. That clank sound. You're not even a full robot, you have a brain too. But that's what I mean. See the art style of this boss? The art style of this boss looks extremely similar to the art style of the other two bosses. That's why either the guy who made this picked them from the same game, or he actually made it himself. And if it's the later, that's incredibly impressive. That is pretty incredible. You know. I mean, I guess it's no wonder why Nogard might be one of the most known community members. Well, members, I mean. One of the most prominent figures, maybe. Well, I don't know how to call it without sounding corny about it. You know. But I know a lot of people know Nogard. And for good reason. I mean, putting this amount of effort in a fan game is definitely something that everyone, even someone that is not a regular at I Wanna Be The Guy fan games like me, can appreciate. You can definitely see the effort here. Damn it. Okay. I think I am gonna leave this boss for the next stream because I'm pretty tired, and also I streamed for more than 3 hours. I gotta say that my ass is the part of my body that is the most tired right now. I think everything else is fine, but my ass is a little bit stiff. If I had to use you know, a word. And of course someone had to say gotcha. God damn it. Chat is so predictable. Chat is so predictable that if we played in a fighting game a 1v1, I will counter all of your shit. Uh-oh. Well, that's the... Oh, he has a last pattern? Alright. He does have a last pattern. I don't know if he's running away from me. Oh, he runs off. Oof, Jesus. That was pretty close. Damn, I actually won. I did not expect to to do that today. Alright. Sure. Damn. So that's basically it. Man, I can't just leave the stream now. Now I'm curious to see what's next. So basically all of the sites are complete. So I'm assuming now I have to go up. Oh shit. It seems like this is the final area of the game or something like that. Well. Oh, I remember this. This is like where you first started. It's actually where you first started. So I'm assuming there was a door that opened somewhere around the beginning area. I want to see that. Now I want to see that. You're using that cactus butt plug. God damn it. I wonder if we're close to the final boss here. Damn it. I at least want to go back to where I was at the beginning of the game before I end the stream. Okay. Oh, that apple is gonna attack me, right? Of course it's gonna attack me. Ho ho ho! Get fucked. Form! So this might be the final level. Well, I'm assuming it is. Uh-oh. I can't move. Huh? Ha! Ah, son of a bitch. Damn. He wanted to make me suffer. Alright, so you don't go to the left. That's good to know. Oh, this is a scroll. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Alright. There are some things that I'm probably gonna have to leave for the next stream, and that's one of them. Because, yeah, I don't think doing that now is gonna be a good idea. At least it's not a Spanish Inquisition, yeah. I guess that's the good thing. I really like the Spanish Inquisition one. That was a pretty good shebate. I gotta say, like, that's how you make a trap. That's how you make a trap. But yeah. Yeah, I think so let's get this guy. Thanks everyone a lot for watching today. I'm really having a blast with this game. I'm really having a blast. Like, and sadly it seems that it's coming to an end. It doesn't seem like there is too much until it's over. But, you know, that's part of the good thing. I mean, if throughout the whole game I only say that there was one whack screen, hey, that's a pretty good record, I feel. Like, to me, that seems like a pretty good record, if you ask me. So yeah, I mean, after all, there were like a lot of screens, so if only one felt whack, that's pretty nice. So, I want to thank everyone a lot for watching again. This guy was right about nobody expecting, maybe. And I'm gonna be seeing you on the next stream, probably with the conclusion of this game. I don't know, we will see. But in any case, take care everyone, and have a good one.